The Ash, Luttsy and Susie Snack Box.
This story caught my eye over I keep calling it the weekend because I had 2 days off.
It just feel weird. It does feel weird.
Yeah. But there's a zoo overseas in Dublin, and this orangutan kept having babies, and it wouldn't breastfeed the babies, and the babies, I don't know if they would die, but they got taken away. It wouldn't bond with its children. And so it got pregnant again, and it had another baby. It was going to have another baby, and I thought, what can we do to try and teach this orangutan how to breastfeed?
Is this getting personal here? Did you have some similar problem with your children?
Yeah, I did find it.
I'm not calling you an
I actually did find it. No, you're definitely not calling
I'm
me.
not calling you that. I'm just saying it does.
Because some people have been calling you that lately.
What? A monkey? What?
Oranga. Oranga is short for orangutan.
Yeah, that's another story.
That's another story. Yeah. No, I did. That's another story for another day. I did have trouble breastfeeding. It's difficult to breastfeed. So what they did for this orangutan to try and teach how to breastfeed, because it had never seen other orangutans breastfeed in the wild because it was in a zoo. So I'd never seen it. Right. So I didn't know what it looked like. So what they did is they put the call out to mothers, humans, and said, can you come and demonstrate to this orangutan
in the enclosure
how to breastfeed? Well, I think
safely through glass.
I think they were on the other side of the glass.
What do you mean? Like with their kid or with the chimpanzee?
With their child.
Oh.
They got
was
30...
this a volunteer program? I'll pop in and have a go, I mean.
So they got 30 mothers. 30 mothers turned up.
I'm here to be breastfed by the lady at the orangutan cage.
No, you've got it all wrong. That's not what we're doing here at Dublin Zoo.
No. So they arranged for 30 new mothers to take turns breastfeeding their children in front of the orangutan.
Did it
behind
work?
the glass. No, it didn't work.
Oh, it didn't work. That was a little bit of fun, though, isn't
I don't think that's a good idea. So they got these ladies, and they said the ladies were there breastfeeding like normal, like, you know, how you just sort of, well, you don't know, but you just pull a little bit of your shirt down and pull your bra up.
Yeah, but orangutans don't.
Orangutans don't have shirts.
Yeah.
So the mothers took their shirts off and did it like
so they're nude.
So they were nude.
Topless.
Yeah, they left their pants on, presumably.
Dublin Zoo tickets have gone up to €140. Hey, that's the hot ticket in town, I'll tell you what. What else is happening in Dublin better than that?
Anyway, they did this because they know that orangutans like to mirror behaviour. Yeah, and so the ladies did all this for how long, I'm not sure, but it didn't work. The baby orangutan was still taken away and bottle fed. But I thought it was a good premise.
That's a great story, yeah.
It should work.
It should work.
But didn't work.
Yeah, like you said, it just boosted ticket sales.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie Snack Box.
I feel like green and gold's been tainted.
It's been, what do you mean tainted?
By ray gun a little bit.
Oh.
And I mean that. I keep looking at it and I keep seeing that specific outfit.
Yeah.
And it's reminding me of ray gun instead of reminding me of Kaylee McEwen.
Well, don't talk about it.
But the interesting...
people are talking about it.
But everyone's talking about it. I saw it on the Daily. John Stewart. My point with that is that it's going bunter around the world. The John Stewart's done, you know, they've had someone on the Daily Show dressed as her. Fallon did it. That's big, as big as it gets, right? Dressed as her. And so I think it's hilarious for the world. So everyone's going, oh, she's going to cash in everything. I don't think she's going to cash in Australia. I think she's going to be a worldwide phenomenon for a bit. But I think in Australia it'd be too risky for companies to go with her because we're so split on it. Like your face at the moment. But it's like seriously, I think it's like I'm pretty sure when Eric Newsom-Barney went back to Equatorial Guinea after 2000, they looked at him and went, "You freaking idiot! Everyone thinks we're a joke," even though we all laughed our ass off from a safe distance in another country.
Yeah. I just feel sorry for her. I do.
No, I get all that, but I'm just saying that I'm just talking about...
She's in a bad way.
Is she in a bad way?
I read that the other day.
Yeah, no, I'm just speaking purely on a level of is she going to kick on? That's what everyone's speculating on. I think Australia's going to go the other way a little bit on her, or she's too risky to become an entity here.
I went out to dinner on Tuesday night, and our waitress was Brazilian, and at some stage we were talking about something or other. We were talking about the Olympics, and she comes in and she goes, "Oh, the thing that I hate the most is everyone thinks that she's Brazilian, that Ray Gun is Brazilian
because
she
colours
was,
are very
and
Brazilian.
She goes, and I've been saying to people, no, she's not ours. She's not ours.
Yeah. So the fun element I think is coming. It's like when we joke about stuff on air, we quickly check to see that make sure the person's not from Brisbane. And, oh no, they're from Venezuela. It's funny because they're an idiot from Venezuela. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that's going to impact her locally.
I don't think she wants publicity for it.
Oh, I don't even know about that. I'm just talking more from a marketing perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, just your uneasiness. That definite personifies the problem that she's got.
Yeah, I don't think it should be a sport in the Olympics, but the fact that it was and that happened, I think she was trying her best. That's why I feel sorry for her. And I read this story from Jessica Fox, who I really respect, and she said she was really suffering in the village. Like, she couldn't believe the pylon.
Of course she imagine that. She's on Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel, whatever it was.
Wouldn't someone have, like, if you had have seen that as her friend or particularly as her coach, that this is what she's going to do?
Yeah,
wouldn't you have said, "Listen, this is not going to go. This is going to create controversy, or it's going to create noise."
I guess she's
on
had,
some level. You'd have to know.
She's had no level of that before, obviously, because she's just anybody. But
maybe she thought no one would really see it. It's like a low sport in the Olympics. She probably didn't realise it would go viral.
How many people did she beat to make that team? Like in that Oceania qualifying event, like how did it come about?
I don't know. As I said, it's not an organised sport. I think it was a whole big cluster.
Yeah,
from
it was literally it was done in sort of 12 months kind of vibe, wasn't it?
I know, it's very bizarre. Did you see the judge? They asked the judge who gave us 0.0, and even the judge had a name like his name's David Daniels, who goes by the name, Mr. DJ Baba. Like even the judge has got his own.
Oh, really?
His own handle. Yes.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, honestly, if it comes down to that, Suze, the repercussions, and I'm just talking repercussions of what's happening. If she is in a tough space, the onus is going to come back on the team. It's because that's 101 stuff of like you do what you want out there, but there's going to be repercussions for you as an individual and also for the team on how you act. Like, that's what it's going to be if that is the case.
On how you perform.
Yeah, like
on how you perform.
Or if you're going to go, or if you are joking around, if you're playing the game here, like play it, but understand there's going to be repercussions, and you've got to be. You've got to face the repercussions of your acts, and no one's explained that to her.
No,
if that's what she's done. And I'm just throwing stuff out. I don't know.
I think she was just trying her best. I don't know.
Okay, well, if that's the case, that's another completely different thing. Well, someone should have gone, okay, well, what are we doing here? Because we're putting this girl out there into an area where she's going to be blitzed. Like, someone should have picked that up if she was just a competitor. Like, I presume that happened to Eddie the Eagle and Eric Newsom-Barney. On some level, they must have been hammered. They were, as an individual, the world. Like, she's one of the most famous people in the world right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
And someone should have picked up that was going to happen. Like, sorry, at the Olympic Games, that's someone's responsibility.
She's a person.
Did you see like the gold medal winners, the manoeuvres that the gold medal winners were doing, and then compare it to her? It was Eddie the Eagle-esque.
Yeah, it's Eddie the Eagle. Yeah, it is. And I'm not. So you'll think we're having a crack at her. I'm just saying.
No, I just feel sorry for her.
Absolutely. But I'm saying someone. I'm saying.
I think there was a lot of mistakes.
Any way you cut it.
The Swiss cheese thing,
Any way you dice it.
It's a long story. I can't.
What is that?
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie Snack Box.
I picked up Sonny Bill, our golden retriever.
Where was he this time? At daycare.
He was at the. Did you just at the pub?
He was at schooners.
Thank you. He wasn't drunk, Sonny. No.
You weren't suggesting that. You just had a couple.
He was dressed up though because it was fancy dress day.
What do you mean?
Doggy daycare.
At doggy daycare.
What did you have him dressed in? Who dressed him?
He went dressed as a piglet.
What do you mean?
He got dressed up as a piglet. They had a fancy dress day.
Whose idea was that?
Oh, it's the doggy daycare does a fancy dress every now and then.
Who dressed him as a piglet?
He didn't play. He didn't get a place.
What was the dress code? Do you know?
Well, it's just fancy.
Anything
dress.
you want. Anything.
Yeah.
I think
Sonny Bill's the ray gun of his daycare.
Look, he's not doing too well at the moment, so don't laugh at him. Okay, he did his best.
Sorry if you're listening, Sonny Bill.
He was, he didn't place. He was dressed as a piglet. But
what one out of interest?
I don't know. Actually, that's a good question.
And how do you dress him as a piglet?
I've got a picture there somewhere. Jodie found a costume somewhere on Temu or one of those things. It was like a $3. He had his little head, ears.
Oh, got it. That's bad. It's an old dog. Oh, you're dressing an old dog.
It looked hilarious. It looked so hilarious. And he's all grey now too. No, but he had a tick. He had
where from?
I don't know.
Oh, maybe at Tambourine or whatever he goes.
Yeah, maybe up at Springwood or maybe a Spring,
whatever.
what is it? Springbrook. Springbrook, yes. Maybe, I don't know. But it was quite a big one. It was right above his eye. I could feel it there.
How could you tell he had a tick?
I saw it. Like, I grabbed him by the head and I'm like, I could feel something. And I went, there's a bloody tick there. So then I'm like, I rang Jode and I said, he's got a tick. She goes, I have to take him to the vet. And then straight away after that, I had a friend of mine who works on a farm, who's got a farm. And I went, my dog's got a tick. To pull it off, mate. You just take it off. So and then I went, can you do that? He said, yeah, just get a pair of pliers and pull it off. So I went onto YouTube. How good?
Oh, YouTube's got everything.
How good? I knew it'd be there. I knew
everything you want to do.
If you go to YouTube and you go, how to get a tick off a dog, and they sit there and they explain it to you.
With a set of pliers?
Suze, I had him on the tailgate of my ute. I got my toolbox out.
Was he dressed as a pig? Or?
No, I took the costume.
Oh, thank
I took
God.
the costume off him.
Never would have recovered.
It was just to the side, and I got the tick out.
Really? And is that the one where you can leave half of it in there? Was that a flea? Or
No, that's what they reckon they can do. No, that's a tick.
Oh, that's a tick as well.
They reckon somehow or other you can take it out, but it leaves the
body in there.
Yeah, but no, we got the whole thing, so I saved the day on him.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of some of the things I've done via YouTube. I don't think it's worked.
What, on yourself or?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Huh?
No.
It's not YouTube you're on.
No,
Give us a call.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie Snack Box.
Luttsy, tell your mum I definitely had a medical procedure Tuesday.
I don't know why she's doubting.
She wasn't just
in fact,
bragging.
I know why she's doubting you because there's a
Why?
pre-existing incident you wouldn't even know about where she thought she was receiving some Susie bag or something from one of your, must have been a Suarez or something.
Ah.
And no one ever gave one, even though on air you said you could. So I think since then she's been a little bit dark on
Oh, right. I tell some lies.
you. So, well, you didn't. But,
Okay, I'll get the bag organised.
It wasn't organised in the back rooms
Gotcha,
of
gotcha,
Nigel.
gotcha.
And she's holding it against
I
Suze.
believe so.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I respect that. I respect
It is something
that.
you do, actually.
It's something that I would do as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. So she's saying Susie isn't having a medical procedure.
No.
She's just she's having a day off so she can have 2 days in
2
a row
days,
off.
yeah.
I said,
Well,
Mum, I swear to you. I didn't go into details. I just said, Mum, I swear to you.
No.
She's having a
I
medical
did. I
procedure.
had if you want to know, Marina exchange. So
I didn't know whether you wanted to say that.
yeah,
so I
and
didn't say it.
IUD exchange. Okay. Everyone's looking at me blankly, but
I know what it is.
yeah, okay. If you know, you know. But I got to the hospital, and as soon as I got there, Beck from Jimboomba. Hello, if you're listening, because she listens to the show.
What's she
and
doing
she checked.
Well, you got fans as you go into as you go into surgery. You got fans now.
She
Susie.
No, she wasn't there to pick up something that you'd promised her, like Mrs. Luttsy.
Yeah, where's my Suarez bag?
No, she checked me in because when I got there,
Oh, she was a nurse?
She was a nurse.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
She checked me in. It was a general. When I got there, it was a general anaesthetic. I've never had a general anaesthetic.
That's under.
Like you're completely under.
Hang on a sec. You've never had a full general in your life. You've never had it.
No, I've had the
Never had an operation.
Local.
Well, I've had a colonoscopy and a pterygium in my eye, which is like not a general anaesthetic. It's a
But
Like
not
the
next-
not the
local.
full
I've never had the full thing.
knockout Willie. Wake up in the
No.
next room.
Oh yeah, you do with the other things,
Oh.
but it's not called a general.
Oh, so it's not a local.
It's called
in
like
between.
a twilight or something. You
Oh,
know, where you
yeah.
don't remember what's happened. I enjoyed those a lot more than I enjoyed this general anaesthetic. It was a bit too much, I think, for me. But
We're coming out of it.
yeah, and
it's
going
a bit-
into it because I got really, really irritated going into it. So I was in this. You go into this room beforehand before you. I actually walked into the operating theatre, but in the room beforehand, when I'm lying on the bed, the anaesthetist lady must have given me some drugs that I didn't know about because I remember.
Oh, they can do that to calm you down.
Yeah, they must have, but it didn't calm me down. It
Oh.
did the opposite. It kind of hyped me up because I was in the room beforehand. I could hear the anaesthetist and the nurses in the operating theatre, and we're waiting for the doctor to turn up. And they started talking about a topic that really, it's a topic that everyone's talking about.
Not ray gun.
It was radio.
I was going to say. Are you serious? As soon as she said that, I was going to say Ray Gun as a joke. But, yeah.
yeah. And they were all laughing or whatever. Anyway, for some reason, I thought
You didn't see the doctor going, like, doing Ray Gun moves.
Doing the kangaroo.
Like, before.
no.
What about when she did this one and the doctor's on the floor convulsing?
No. But
I'll be with you in a minute, Suze.
But then they got me up. Then the doctor turned up and they said, "Okay, it's time to go in for your procedure." And it was like going through the Muppets chef room. It was like two
curtains,
the doors that open up. What do you call that?
Yeah.
Like
they're
how to explain that? Like to the kitchen. I feel like I was walking into a kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
like the old
the swinging doors.
The Western doors
Yeah.
in the old saloon.
Yeah, so swinging doors. So walking operating theatre, but I must have already been drugged out because for some reason I decided to get on my high horse about a ray gun. And I would never do that in normal life with normal people. And I remember they were putting me on the bed and everything. And I'm like, and I'm going to tell you about you, blah, blah, blah. And this is the story. And
I love that you finally lose all your inhibitions and what comes out is a big diatribe defensive ray gun. Yeah.
She was trying her best.
She's in a bad way.
All right, so you went to that.
And then for some reason they were saying to me, they were trying to go, what's your name? What's your date of birth? And I'm like, I remember I was just trying to talk to them and they're going, name, date of birth. I'm like, okay, whatever, Susan O'Neill, 2nd of the 8th, 73. Anyway,
Back to Reagan.
Yeah, and then I had to get in position and everything. And then I remember lying down and then I remember the anaesthetist started asking me questions about, she's like, pretend you're, which was really nice, pretend you've won the lottery and you can do whatever you like. What's a job that you don't like
You've
doing?
already won the lottery, but... No, your audience nurse, but anyway.
Already
has she seen your house?
She's like, what chore don't you like doing and things like this? But at this stage, I'm really irritable. I'm irritable for some reason. I'm really angry.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
Because I wouldn't have been responding to you with the ray gun stuff how you would have thought.
I think because I'm half drugged out. And so nothing's making sense. And I remember she was saying, what's your favourite meal that you like to cook? And all this stuff. And then I end up saying to her, what is this? Is this a competition?
Yeah.
Why are you asking me so many questions?
So you were saying what you'd usually think, but you actually verbalised it.
Probably, yeah. It was all coming out. But I felt really rude. I felt like I was like going, stop asking me questions. And the next thing I remember her saying is, this is the last thing I remember her saying, I think you're overthinking things. I'm just trying to...
I'm just going to up the dosage a bit.
She goes, I'm just trying to distract you. And she goes, nurse, put the mask on her face. And I remember I'm still talking. And I remember this oxygen mask going over my face.
Their way of going, shut up.
Sure. You just hear it mumble.
And I remember going,
she's out.
Yeah, and I remember going, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. And then I woke up and that was it.
Yeah.
But at the end, then when I woke up and
when your mouth is taped up.
so I can't talk. But I woke up and my daughter Alex picked me up. I actually felt nauseous. We went straight to McDonald's. Felt heaps better. Got a cheeseburger meal. But all day I said to Alex, I think I was really rude to that anaesthetist. I think I was like, because I remember the last thing I remember, saying to her is like, can you stop asking me stupid questions? Anyway, so I ended up texting her. And I said, I'm really sorry if I was short with you. I really appreciate your expertise.
But ray gun.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie Snack Box.
Before we talk Logies, the winner of the Oscar and an Olympic gold medal. One person.
Got nothing.
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant
won an Oscar. He won 2 Olympic gold medals. He won a Oscar. He he won best the best animated short.
He wrote it.
That's right.
What for? A movie called Dear Basketball.
Yeah.
Best animated short film in I think it was 2018.
18, yeah.
Wow, he wrote it. He wasn't acting in it.
That was animated.
Animated, yeah.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
There you go.
Well, here's someone else who might
Talking
win.
Showbiz.
Who might win
From gold medal to gold Logie.
Oh, that sounds better. Oh, okay, let me try that one. From gold medal to gold Logies, we have Sonia Kruger.
Pity this show's live.
I love a good segue.
I was going to say you're up for a second gold Logie. Like you could win a second award because you won last year.
Yeah. You know what? I think Queensland got me over the line because the Logies, the gold Logie, it's like the state of origin, isn't it, of television? And so Queensland, thank you because you guys did it, and it'd be awesome if you could do it again, frankly.
How did we do it? The voting. Was
vote, yes.
Go ahead.
Because is it the
Go
only...
to TV Week Logies to vote. Or you can go to my Instagram page at Sonia Kruger. I've got a link up there, so anybody who wants to get Queensland across the line again, do it.
So it's online how you vote, 100% now, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
It is, yeah. So there's no... Back in the old days, you used to have to fill out some newspaper magazine or something like that.
Yeah,
the TV Week coupon and post it in.
Yeah.
No, do it online.
And is that the only publicly voted award at the Logies, the Gold Logie? Or are they all publicly voted?
No, I think all of them are now, because when you go to vote, you have to go through just about every category before you get to the gold.
Right.
So, I mean, it's kind of interesting, actually, because there's a lot of great TV and a lot of great stuff, up there. And it's a brilliant night. Like, Sam Pang was just awesome last year, so I can't wait to see him, because he just doesn't take any prisoners, does he? So he just goes for broke. And I'm hosting the red carpet with Dr. Chris Brown, and that's awesome because we get to see, sort of pole position what everybody's wearing, and you get some amazing outfits, and then you get the full-on sort of special event vibe, which is always really interesting too.
Is it a night that you get nervous for? Like, do you get nervous for the red carpet thing, or are you pretty relaxed with that now?
So the red carpet is actually probably my favourite bit and the least nerve-wracking part. The most nerve-wracking bit for me last year was actually that Gold Logie nomination, because I just thought, I just don't know if I could stand up there and speak in front of that group of people, because it's so industry. And for me, and I'm sure it's the same with you guys, when you're talking to your audience, they're your people, right? And really, the industry, it isn't. It's kind of, weirdly, it's really intimidating. And because you look around the room and you think, wow, there are some really serious people in this room, and I do light entertainment. So it's just a different vibe. Plus, by the time we got to it, it was midnight. I think I'd been going since 8 in the morning, so I'd actually lost the will to live.
That's a long day.
Who are you up against, Sonia? It's a packed field this year. I had a look at the nominees.
It is a pack.
Every man and his dog's got a chance. So is it like 7 people that are up for the gold?
Yeah, 7 people up for the gold. And it's a really varied kind of group too this year. So it's hard to pick a winner. Sportsbet always kind of come out with their rankings, which is funny because I think I was down the bottom last year.
Really?
And I still won it.
Really?
Anyone who put money on it, go and have a look at it today. I don't know what the odds are, but
I'm getting on my betting account as we speak, Sonia. I'll come back to you to see if I can find something.
But there's 7 of you. It is a very diverse night, though, because I'm looking here that, like, Boy Swallows Universe has 10 nominations.
I know. How great is that?
It's fantastic.
And I'm speaking to young Felix, actually, on the red carpet, because he's up for Best Newcomer and Best Actor. It's incredible. And how old is he? 14? Yeah. But you know what's weird? When I watched Boy Swallows Universe, I had to turn it off a bit because I was suffering. It reminded me a little bit too much of my childhood, to be honest with you.
Really?
Really?
Where did you grow up,
Yeah,
Sonia?
No. I kind of grew up around those areas, and it's like it's salt of the earth. That's the thing. I think that's why it's been so successful. but yeah,
a little too close to home.
Yeah, a little bit too close to home. Yes, definitely.
Sonia, I'm just having a look at the betting markets here.
Give it to me.
Yeah.
Now,
what are we looking at?
Well, you're in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're the 6th line of betting. You're down at $19.
What?
Ooh.
I'm having a bet.
So that's a great return.
Yeah,
we can turn this around right now, right? So put the money on, then get on and vote. Yep. All of your listeners could get on and vote.
Yeah.
And then we could all collect.
Yes.
Is this illegal? Am I doing something illegal?
I mean, a vote's a
Probably,
vote.
but
I don't think it's match fixing, is it?
Because
a vote is a vote.
That's good odds.
I'm dancing with you on this one. Let's do it.
Speaking of dancing, because she's a triple.
You know what I'm known as? I'm a swooper.
Swooper.
Yes.
I love this flashing home down the outside.
I mean, they've got Larry Emder at $1.80. Like, he's the outright favourite. I mean, there's no value there.
Never wins.
But Sonia's got 3 shows.
Yeah, so was it The Voice?
Hey?
You got The Voice, you got
Big Brother and Dancing at the start. Like, there's 3 different, you got 3 vehicles of which to project, get your fans from. It makes sense.
Yeah, that's right.
And
actually, The Voice and Dancing are both nominated. So while you're there voting today at thelogies.com, cast a vote for either The Voice or Dancing to win as well. That would be awesome.
It depends on their odds, but yes, it's become very gambling.
We've got.
Can you vote more than once?
It depends on the odds.
Remember, gamble responsibly. Gamble
But
responsibly.
can you vote more than once in the TV Week Logie Awards, Sonia?
Sorry, Sue, say that again.
Can you vote more than once for you?
I think you have to, because it takes your email address.
Sonia's advice there, let me speak on your behalf. If you find out a way to do it, yes.
Yes, you have more than one email address.
Sonia's advice is whatever you're doing today, stop it and just start voting from now until, when is it, Sunday?
We're going to do it right now.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie Snack Box.